So literally, Chevra, just before I came on to the Zoom meeting, I was on the phone with Rabbi Yitzchak Kanoka from the OK, from Crown Heights, and he asked me a few questions. And when I was about to hang up with him, he said, listen, I asked you questions. So I want to tell you a story. So he says he was a bach in Morristown, Tavshin Memtes. He was 19 years old. And was a Sarah B'Tevis in the morning, Tavshin Memtes. And he found out that those days that they would go in, the Bachim would go down with the Rebbe based on the last name, the letter of the last name. If you were Ches, Zayin, that was how you got your chance to go in. He found out that for Mincha, Asara B'Tevis, is going to be the letter Ches. That was where they were holding. And with a name like Chanukah, there's not a lot of people who have the name Ches. He figured there's a very good chance that he's going to be able to get in because Ches. So he went over to the Mashpia, the Melech Tzvibel, and he asked him Rishus. They could go in for Mincha. Anyways, it's like a half a day. It's a Asara B'Tevis. So he's not really losing so much Seder, and also he told the Melech that the Rebbe is stopping to daven in a few weeks. It's the Siyam HaKadosh is almost over. So therefore, Chav Bei Shvat, so it's Mamish, 11 months is Chav Bei's Tevis. So therefore, can he get special rishus to go in, Ubefrat, that the Rebbe is going to be saying the Haftorah. So it's Mamish Gevaldik. So the Melech said you could go in with one tonight. That you come back tonight, that your day is, you're ready by Seder Chassidus. Tomorrow means you have to be back in yeshiva tonight. So he came back. So he said, no problem, we'll come back. He got to Crown Heights. He told me, let's say it was 2:30. The Rebbe's Mincha is 3:15. He comes to the Rebbe's house and he's convinced that he's going to be able to get in. For some reason, the Vada Masada is not letting him in. He tells him, my name is Ches. I came from out of town, came from Morristown. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to get down with the Rebbe. All the alternates are sneaking in through the window. I don't know from where, from every other side. But he's about, he's an out-of-town boy trying to listen to the rules. And they told him no. He's watching everyone else get in. And he, the guy who actually had the shows from Danhala, and his name is Ches, he doesn't get in. So at 3:05, he runs to 770. Because in 770, they had the hookup of the mincha with the. He says he's in 770, and every second that he's there, he's thinking to himself, I really should be in the house. This is like, it's like extra painful. Not only like I'm hearing the Rebbe from outside, but he also told the Melech he's going to come back that night. So he gets a ride back to Morristown. And that's it. He's sad. It seems, I don't know who you would know better, Mendel. One of your cousins was his roommate. It says Ramelech's nephew was his roommate. Go figure who might have been in Morristown and Tavshin Memtes. And he says, Yitzchak, why are you so sad? So he tells him the whole story. That he got rishus from the Melech to go in and they didn't let him into the house. And he's in Gansen Subrochen. So it was 9 o'clock at night, and your cousin said, doesn't matter, come with me to the Melech. He said, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm his nephew, I can go to the house. He says he schleps him. I wasn't there, but it seems like he lived like around the forest or whatever it was. He said that they used to have an expression in Morristown, Melech Basada. That was the expression.
You had to go on a hike to get it to the house.
So he schlepped into the house. It's like 9:30 now at night. And he knocks on the door, your cousin. And the Melech comes to the door. And he asks him, hi, what's going on? So your cousin says, here's this bocher, and he got his shoes to go in, to go out. And he's in Gansen Subrochen. He says, without skipping a beat, the Melech looked at him, he said, Yitzchak, how stark die Gaguyim. This is amazing that you have Azak Gaguyim. Don't let go of it. He said that was mechazikim for the next 30 years. Like he turned it upside down completely. You didn't miss anything. Like how done? This is Azoy tired by Merevin that you have this desire to be with him. He says you're already so special. Don't let go of it. And he said, Nach daite. Melech was Machazikim. Anyways, a Maisa.
Connected to us?
No, Zicher, by uns bedarf. No, you can't get lost in the Gagoyim. I always say Gagoyim is a very, very, very challenging thing because sometimes they say you feel good when you feel bad. You already felt that I had a good Gimel Tammuz, a good ice geweint, whatever it is, you have people, I expressed my Gagoyim, I expressed that you feel good that you feel bad, as they say. You get lost in the Gagoyim, and the Rebbe doesn't want us to get lost there because we have to go forward. The Ikra Avodah is Simcha, to go forward, not to just live in the past and to think about what we're missing. But at the same time, there has to be that, the desire has to be there. There's a famous Maisa with the Mashpi, already passed away, the Moshe Orenstein from Tzvas. He was married to a Dubov. He was the main Mashpi in the yeshiva in Tzvas. So when he was a bocher, he really, really wanted to go into Yechidus by the Rebbe. And I think he already had Yechidus once. Label said you could only go once, but it was his birthday. And he told himself that maybe if I prepare properly, then Momaila, the Rebbe will arrange and I'll get in. So he spent a few weeks preparing for this Yechidus, like the full works. He fasted all day, and he came at night, and there was nothing doing. Label didn't let him in, and that was it. He didn't have Yechidus for his birthday. So he wrote a letter to the Rebbe, the whole matzah. I prepared, and I wanted to go in, and the label didn't let, and he feels terrible that he didn't have Yechidus. And then the Rebbe circled the words that I prepared, and the Rebbe said, circled it and added with an arrow, then you had Yechidus.
Then you had Yechidus?
Yeah. It's not that you prepared and you didn't have Yechidus. If you prepared, then you had Yechidus. That's what they ever told him. Then you had it. Because the whole Yechidus is if you prepared, then that's what they ever told him. So, you cannot. All you think if you it's like the Melech said, like the Gagoyim, that this itself is the Mahaltan Sumrebbe. But Chas v'Shalom to get lost there, that the Rebbe speaks very clearly in the Dvar Malchus and Boy B'Shalach, you can't get lost in Gagoyim because it's a big trap too. And it also is very, very for the youth, for the young Bachrim today. They have to be pushed forward. Gagoyim doesn't help them. Nizman, but that's not the motivating factor. Is not that we're in a generation that doesn't have. That's not a very good. It's not a very good sales pitch. They have to know how much we're in a generation that we do have and what we can connect to the Rebbe. If not, it doesn't work. We had there's a Baal Tshuva, Gishmaka Yid. He lives in Columbus, Ohio. His name is Yaakov Kamenko. He became Niskarev in Chabad, different campuses. So he spoke by the Yutas Kislev Farbrengen, by us. Came from Columbus. So he said he's a businessman. He says, I knew something was wrong when I moved to Columbus, because the sales pitch from the CEO to come move to Columbus was, it's so easy to leave. You're only an hour from here, an hour flight from here. A city that the sales pitch is that it's so easy to leave, you got to question, why should I be there? But the Nakuda is, it's not about going backwards and what we're leaving. But anyways, the Maisa with the Melech is a Maisa Kishalatz. L'chaim.
Yeah, Viva Maisa Shkoyach. I think that this fits with this. The Rebbe sagt, as we soll wählen Mashiach mit der Nemes. Right? We soll wählen be'emes. Was meint das? Was wir will nicht Mashiach mit der Nemes. Oder wir will nicht. Was besagt, wählen Mashiach nicht mit der Nemes.
Sagen, nicht, man will nicht.
Nicht, will man doch nicht. Right? Faking will man doch nicht. Right? Ein Professor will, aber ich meine es nicht, will er doch nicht. Right? Ratzen, oder ich hab dem Ratzen, oder ich hab nicht dem Ratzen. Right? Es kann sein, aber was das meint ist, am der Wel Mashiach mit dem Emes von Mashiach. Der Emes ist Sibbe von Mashiach. Da mal gesagt haben, ist alle Twischerit. Was wäre close to him, etc. Sagte mir, Reb Susi, ihr wollt nicht Mashiach. Ich frage, was sagst du das? Ihr wollt dem Reben. Aber ihr wisst, dass die kennen, haben dem Reben, nur bis jetzt ein Mashiach. Aber ihr meint nicht Mashiach. Ihr meint doch dem Reben. Und sagt, Rebbe Mashiach, das ist eine Sache. Rebbe ist Mashiach, und Mashiach ist Rebbe. Sagt er, ja, aber ihr wollt doch nicht den Mashiach, wie wird sein. Ihr wollt doch haben dem Rebbe, als wäre gewinnt, wie hat ihm gehabt einmal. And he has a point. I think he has a valid point.
Der Rebbe hat doch gekehrt, aber darf haben Mashiach, und der Rebbe gewinnt mit uns. Er hat alles gehabt im Rebbe. Und der Rebbe hat kein gerissen, aber darf Mashiach.
Ja, ist der Rebbe will taken Mashiach mit Teps. Der Rebbe will sein der Malachores, der ist Hashem. Let's be honest, mir geht der Malachores, der ist Hashem. Ich will eigentlich Geschmacken verbringen. Right? Ich will ein Dollar, ich will ein Keshel Brache, ich will ein Minche. Ich sage der Rebbe, that's not what it's all about. Das ist yearning. I think that's a little bit what you're saying. This is yearning for the past. Nicht das, sagt der Rebbe. We're not going forward to get back to the past. Here in Snow City, Montreal, the people like to go skiing. So there's this joke here that, well, how do you go ski? You schleppst dich auf eben auf dem Stadtberg. There's a lift that pulls you up to the berg, and you ski your way down. I don't understand. You're making a whole effort to come back where you were. What's the point? Bist doch da, was gehst da auf? Komm her. Was du getan? Machst den ganzen Effort auf kommen da, bist doch schon da. Was kriegst du? Right? So, to make this whole effort, to make bekehren die ganze Welt, mit der Chav sein oder, mit der Gimel Tammuz, mit der allen Jahren, was? Zurückkommen, wo wir es gewähnt haben, schon Jud Aleph, Jud Aleph. Nicht wegen dem Retzach, nicht das in der Kude. Es kann sein, das sagt der Rebbe, aber da will Mashiach mit der Nemes, auf was der Emes von Mashiach ist. Parshit es sein, Gilu Yelakus.
But in Farbrengen, so in Chazard from, the Rebbe told me Yechidus to the Skalene Rebbe. The Rebbe said, what's pronounced, Sabeinu mituvecha, Samech nafshenu b'shuasecha. Says, by Yidin, if they're missing the Gashmias, so they want Mashiach for themselves. Nish b'shuasecha. The trachten is wegen der Eibishter. They trachten wegen what they're missing. So we tell the Eibishter, Sabeinu mituvecha. Make sure we have what we need. Yemot will want Mashiach Fadir.
Okay.
But need is not just Gashmias. Need is also, if we want to see the Rebbe, that's also Gashmias, Lefierech. That's also mituvecha. That's what you're saying. It can't be just for what was. It can't be to fill a void.
Herschel Grimberg hat einmal gut herausgebracht, der Minion in andere Esies. Er gesagt haben, was ist der Chiluk? So man schreit hat Mosai, so man sagt Yechi. Doch beide Sachen sind dieselbe Sache. Beide will was, will der Gule. Der Rebbe sagt doch, dass der Teich von Admosai, jeder kann so sein. Sagt er, noch richtige Wort. Admosai means I'm focusing on the past. I'm focusing on the Golas. Right?
An end of the Golos.
An end of this Golas. Yechi, I focus on the Geula. I live with another perception. It's another headspace. It's a different approach. So Agamas, it could, in broad terms, it could look very similar, aber es ist nicht. Sie passt den ganzen, where am I?
Naftali hast du, sagt mir ewig. Kocht sich mehr in 770, wie gehen auf den Oil. So sagt reflektiv fragen, was mit der, sagt ich bin a businessman. A businessman thinks of the future. I tell you, darf gehen in the future, was? You know, okay. But darf weiter. Beis Hamikdash Ashlishi, that's the future. The Rebbe sagt Beis Chayenu, Beis Hamikdash. Ja. Die Weiber betten sich bei mir Rachmanis, und man darf machen dem Sack din. And she wanted me to make a phone call and get people. Maybe we can do this now. Get a psak din rolling by everybody outside of Lubavitch. Stam as Rabbanim überall pasken as Mashiach so schön kommen. Ich meine, jetzt kann schon jeder Masken sein, als jeden haben schon gelitten genug. Der was im gemeint, dass noch nicht gewinn genug. So man, als Heint, kann man doch sicher pasken, as a Gias man. I'm going back to the idea, let's at least man darf takke warten von Mashiach for the future, aber als ich schon ja gewinn, was gewinn, kann man öfter mal sein, jeden soll machen, absack den.
But we spoke about it 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. But regret that was Zustand ab Sagdin.
I didn't do anything. I'm just, she's, can I still?
I mean, if you
Call-
want, I said I'm going. I don't
She
if you
got something from Mendy Cohen, who wrote something, Mendy Cohen from Sacramento. They can share it. We have some kind of a plan to get it out. And there should be some activists, wie man sagt.
Jedem darf man haben an Nusach. No darf man proven.
Let me pull up what she sent me from Mendy Cohen, and I can send it. But it was very short. It was Kamat.
If you send it to me, Ruven, I could
I'll
put
send
it
it
on
to
the
you.
screen.
Rabbanische
Okay.
Sprach. Ist doch
It was very short.
dem Messiache sein.
Mamish, 2 sentences, he said. So, it's not manish genug, but maybe it's at least a starting. We can work from it. Mendy Rubenfeld.
And by the way, what's his name? Lipsch in Zwas. Tut es schon in dem Jahr lang. Und hat Sach Simus.
There you go.
Oh. Okay, that's easy. I'll put it in the chat right in this here so everyone can see it.
That's it. I think it might need a little bit more than that.
No, for sure, need more.
You know, you can ask, but not as I'll schreiben ein ganzen Chibur of them, or 18 pages. What's his name? Wolf von Zwas, so geschrieben im Sefer. You're on mute.
Deswegen haben wir geschrieben, als Geschmack Tanzes von alle Podde Beshalom Nafshis. Das gesehen, der Rüstgeschickt von Jittes Kislev. Sehr, sehr Geschmack. Was der Chiddisch in jeder Podde Beshalom von dem Rebens Maimer, der Rebbe Schabes Memorim, der Mittelrebens Maimer. Sehr Geschmack.
I didn't see.
Jeder, der kocht sich und Chiddisch, schreibt. Very beautiful.
Aber hat Achush,
Ja.
aber beten soll, weil hat ein bisschen Achush und schreiben mit Achovis Adas. Achovis Adas. So, ich kann schreiben, du wisst, Absagdin darf es eingeschrieben, Absagdin Sprache, Schulchan Aruch Psal. Für Englisch kannst du schreiben, ein bisschen anders, but
I'm saying, but you're saying is correct. It's not the first and last time. You get there's probably 1,000 nusach psak din already.
that's what I'm saying. It would be good and to tune in with Lipsch. I forget his first name. In Zwas, kocht sich schon jahrelang in dem und hat schon genommen Sache Simes. Kann sein, also aber dachte sich hat mit Yechi, mit dem Reben dachte sich dort. So, after is
I'm saying it boils down also to the hands and feet. So I think last week we spoke about the young man that didn't work out, but someone has to reach out to. We have to have other ideas, a young man to push it, implement all the beautiful ideas spoken. So are we? So what do you say, Mandy? I should reach out to you at 11?
For start, also Rabbi Zusha is on. And Sandy. That's our internal VAD.
The reason why everybody's on today is because Hanukkah is Netzach and Hoyt. Hanukkah is Netzach and Hoyt, and the Minatzchim are Mr. Oidenheim. Hanukkah.
I'm saying the Levi Teitelbaum is that an option, Apoel?
Is interested. Maybe what we should do, or to go back to what was his name, Pikarski, right?
Engineer.
Or whoever, and just give one project. Work on this project. 2 weeks. What do you think you can do? In Poel Mamish, nicht sitzen und geben Mätzes, was jener soll tun. That was a little bit our experience, that he was going to get very organized, and at the end made him sagen, was zu tun. But das ist Aruis helfen, yeah. Aber le Poel, no sagen Mätzes, so Zamogar of them habe ich Schmuleisig. Also ich will Zamogar sagen. Auf Mätzes habe ich Schmuleisig. So this is one thing, but in the meantime, if somebody could reach out to this Lipsch.
So, Reb Ruvain, maybe you can ask the women to do it. They're very good at that.
Yes.
Lipsch. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea who he is. I think I corresponded with him. I just probably don't have his number saved. I don't know but I know I can better the Wolf I can reach out to, but I think maybe let's start with what we have already.
I think that Mandy has a good point. The women should reach out to Lipsch and tell them, look, we want to work on this. What should we do? Because he's been doing this for years.
Okay.
Years and years and years.
Het is een seminar in de Schaarwit. Habe ich schon auf dem Jahr nach Hause durchgeführt.
De ganze Mashiach.
Er sagt schon euch wie uns.
De ganze Mashiach. Nee, er kocht sich. Er ist nicht verschlafen. Wir sind ein bisschen eingeschlafen. Is lebt. Is a Chai Betzem.
Okay, and then we have our Achtes petition, which is durchgegangen geschlossen.
Actually,
like Gershi said, we need someone to carry it.
That's the same thing, and I'm a little bit guilty. I know that Label sent me, or maybe sent to everyone, substickle text. I looked at it quickly, and again, I see the label you're on. Can we see it? Oh, getting there. No? Label, can we see you?
I thought all right, here I am.
Here you are. You look so much better than a Black Lives Matter BLM.
It's gray lives.
Well, green is better, yeah. I know you sent me something. When I looked at it quickly, and it looked a little long again. I was going to work on it, and Tirutzim, I have plenty. Maslois habe ich a list from Dobis China. But we should get to, you know what?
You want me to cut some more? I'll cut some more. But
I think from what I remember now, that when I did, I don't want you to think I didn't even look at it.
No,
I did look at it, but the second one, thing, and the petition directly, I found it was a little long-winded. Needs a little bit more punchy, straight to the point, and we have to get it moving. The simple thing, maybe like we did the last time. First, once we have a good clear nusach, let's ourselves get like 20-30 people to get signatures on, and then put it on onto the whole Minatzchim WhatsApp and to take it further from there. That's what we did last time, and it worked partially.
Yeah. Can we get a Farbrengen for next week. It's Hanukkah. You think people will come on Hanukkah, or everybody's busy Hanukkah? We can have a Farbrengen, a special Hanukkah for me. I enjoyed him very much. Het is niet gekochte Mashiach, aber das ich Geschmack verbracht bei uns. Ob sie da noch gehabt, und als ich will ihm sagen, also trachten wegen Mashiach, wird trachten wegen Mashiach für eine Woche. Trachten wegen Mashiach heute mit anderem. Aber sehr Geschmack verbracht. Shlomi Chain from he was once the speaker at the Kinnis. He was so.
He was done on the Minatzchim?
No, he wasn't.
Ah.
So I'm saying, but maybe he was very good. She was here for Shimon Reichik. They made a big. How do you have to Kislev Farbrengen? It's Shimon Reichik's yard site, second yard site. So they had and he came. They flew him out, and he was.
You have a connection with him?
I'm afraid that Hanukkah will be.
I gave him, especially since his name is Chain, and Hanukkah is connected.
Okay. That's Chayaches or Chayanun. But I'm afraid that Hanukkah people.
So maybe we should save him for after.
Maybe for after Zois Hanukkah, post Hanukkah.
Sehr Geschmack in Gemeinde, sehr Geschmack in them. I gave him a very nice compliment afterwards, so I think after the Kenzan is a little sheichet that they should come in.
That's all it needs?
Yeah.
It was given.
Also wie der Meister mit Rameir Shapiro, das ist nicht kein Geld und nicht kein, verstehst? Nicht kein Geld und nicht kein Covid. Eine von den zwei. A friend of mine, just for a second, Moshe Arnold, he davens by me. He just had printed in Yiddish, ob das noch durch gesehen, is da Sefer, heißt es Lubavitcher Rebbe Zechronis. The Frierdiker Rebbe, like, there used to be articles that the Frierdiker Rebbe was writing for newspapers, himself wrote it or whatever for newspapers. And it's like a continuation to the memoirs. No, heißt von Lubavitcher Rebbe's Hof. The Kahos just printed it. It was sitting for all the years. It was never printed. They had it years and years. And so now they're only printing it in Yiddish because there's some stuff over there that they don't want to put out and others. They printed it. They sell it now in Kahos. He gave me a copy. They did it Leili Nishmas Rabbi Yitzchak Arnold. Therefore, the Zayda. It was, anyways, the last few days I'm reading it. And a lot of stories I've never known about the arrest of the Alter Rebbe and Zach. Sometimes it says that you have to match it up of a state under the Pletzer, but it's done very well with the artists and it's worth buying it. It's called Lubavitcher Rebbe's Hof.
Okay.
And it's a Reiche Yiddish. And it's a Geschmack. Okay, in any case, back to what we were saying.
Back to what you were saying, and it's getting late to start the shir soon. Chaim Michke Driesen, was he in Berkeley, yeah?
Yeah.
This is going back pre-dinosaur time. So he knew when they moved from Eretz Yisrael, they stopped in Antwerp, so he was familiar a little bit with the Rabbanim from Antwerp. In Antwerp, ik ben over te geven naar Rab Chaim Kreiswirt.
Ja, vader.
Griekse Talmud Chacham, and ik ben naar meerdere Baldarschen. Phenomenal speaker from the old school. Like if you ever heard Rav Chadakov speaking, he was a little bit on this style. Anyway.
And he sent him the card there.
So Chaim Michke found out that Rav Kreiswirt is in the vicinity in California, somewhere not far, either in Berkeley or close to Berkeley. Anyway, since he knew who he was and he had so he invited him to come speak in his Chabad house. And he spoke English because he was first in Chicago, so he managed with English. So he invited him to come and speak in Chabad house. He was very happy. He accepted. And we gave him covered of Kilo. And it was a very, very beautiful event from all sides. Chaim Michke da reingeschickt zum Rebbe, mal durch. Und mit dem Rebbe, that kach habe. Und der Rebbe answered, sie zugekommen noch ein guter Freund. That's all it takes. ist zugekommen noch ein guter Freund. So, weißt du, ist als ein bisschen Covid und das Spur. Becholefen. So, Tachlis Iden. Wir verbringen Tag sehr Geschmack, aber bei Mamisch. So, Label,
Yeah,
we come back to you. Can you tighten it up? Do you
Yeah.
mind? Tighten it up, please.
okay.
And where are you going to post it?
Post it back. I mean, I can post it anywhere. You tell me.
Can I be selfish? Can you send it to me directly so there's a better
Sure.
chance I'll see it? Besides posting it on the general posts,
Not a
I
problem.
don't know where you're putting it, but I think Vada Poel, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
If you don't mind either WhatsApping it or
Okay.
the better chance I'll see it, because as everybody else, we get a million of those a day.
Yeah.
And way behind being able to see everything. But and then I think we should simply, each of us, we have 5 people still on the call. If we each get 10 people to sign it, that's already 50 people, right? And then we move it on to the old Minatzchim and we're gonna get the ball rolling.
Okay.
It seemed to work last time. Let's try. All right, and since you're saying that Baruch Hashem, lasers are becoming into lasers are getting into focus, huh? Das ist gesagt, Mandy. So let's maybe this would help from uns. We're going to start a little bit more laser focused. That is then a bisschen schneller. Because the world is certainly ready for Gil Elokus. I mean, literally. You know what? I'll just share.
I just saw today, just to tell you a story. My father sent me. One of the soldiers said, als fängt an zu glauben, glaubt, jetzt glaubt nicht geglaubt bis jetzt, aber jetzt glaubt. What happened? 4 of them were in a room. They went into a room, and a terrorist just put right out at them and he shot them all 4. One of them went into the helmet. The other one that went into his night goggles. The other one that went into his machine gun, and the other one that got jammed
in the ceramic bulletproof vest.
So all 4 of them, and then they were able to. They weren't injured, nothing, and they were able to kill him. Then they went in right after that. They threw in a grenade into a room, and after it exploded, they went inside to see what's going on, and they saw the entire room was full of explosives. And had it exploded, it could have exploded everything. But what happened when they threw the grenade? It landed on the wire that all the explosives were triggered to, and it burned through that particular wire. And instead of it triggering the wire, because everything would have exploded, boom, that wire it got.
This is the Nissim was tutzer dort, and it's beyond. I'm sure you heard the story with it. Tuna can. So,
Yeah.
I mean, one better than the other. I mean, I'm saying, Zet Pashat Gila Lukus Lebani Medech HaTeve on every step dort, and the Chaver sehen das. I mean, it's amazing.
Aber wie kann man euch halten, als 82 soldiers, junge
One of its long.
Eine Schöne für die Zweiten. Ich habe geguckt,
That's it. So we have to get onto the army. We have to do our part, and we with a bissel, let's call it a bissel sulfur stick. But I want to share this with you. Please stop the recording.